It's dark outside, but it's light in here. Chanukah is here.
Our Chachamim tell us in several places, among them in the Medrash Tanchuma, in Parashas Vayechi, that the Yavanim, the Greeks, mysteriously decreed upon Klal Yisrael, Kisvu lachem al keren ashor, ein lechem chelek v'lekei Yisrael, that they should write on the horn of an ox, we have no share in the God of Israel. What is the connection, and what is between this cryptic writing on the ox, and somehow Chalila relinquishing our Amunah and HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Different interpretations are given, and among them, I heard in the name of Aaron Yehuda Leib Steinman, Zecher Tzadik L'Vracha, that the Shoah represents enormous power and being able to channel its energies in order to farm and more generally to engage in other forms of industry. In a word, it represents the ability of human beings to channel the forces of nature to be able to accomplish. Much has been written about the conflict between the Greek philosophy and outlook on the world and the Jewish outlook on the world. The Greek philosophy was that human beings are at the center and there's no need for any kind of divine being to whom we serve or channel our engagement in the world toward his service. Indeed, even the Greek gods were just inventions of their own imagination, and in a sense were just other expressions of human power and human centrality. The Jewish worldview, though, always taught that although HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the creator of the world, has endowed into the pinnacle of creation, more generally mankind, and more specifically the Jewish people who said yes at Har Sinai and agreed to partner with HaKadosh Baruch Hu to bring light into the world and to sanctify all aspects of the physical world, was exactly the antithesis of that Greek philosophy. So the Greeks deceptively told the Jewish people, we know that you also engage the world. You also engage in agriculture in the land of Israel and other forms of industry. Kisvu lachem al keren ashor, write on the horn of the ox, that you have no share in the God of Israel. You agree with us that man is powerful. Just excise God's role in all of that. Based on these words of Rav Steinman, and it could be said this himself, it's a while since I saw it inside, we could perhaps give an additional insight into the also rather cryptic words of Beis Shammai, who teach us in the Gemara and Shabbos, in the famous Sugya of Chanukah, that in their opinion, we should light the menorah 8 through 1, 8 candles on the first night, going down to 1 on the last night. And among the two reasons they give is that just as the Parei HaChag, the Korbanos that were brought in the Beis HaMikdash, parallel to the nations of the world, went from 13 down all the way to 7, they were Pochas and V'holchen, they got less and less, so too the neighbors of Chanukah should get less and less. The commentaries ask, what is the connection between Chanukah and Sukkot? Here too, many explanations have been given. Based on the beautiful explanation of Rav Steinman, perhaps we could explain that the connection between Sukkot and Chanukah is exactly this. Sukkot represents the Jewish idea that we always rely on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He is always involved in our lives. And indeed, even when we're shaking and moving and engaging the world, whether in spiritual ways or in very physical ways, we are always under direct divine providence. And that, of course, is the message of the Sukkah. We leave our Diros Keva, our permanent homes, and we go to the Diros Arai to recognize that we are always under both God's protection and providence, and always under His surveillance. He expects us to elevate our lives, to channel all of our aspects of engagement in the world. All aspects of our personality, and both our physical pursuits and spiritual pursuits, should all be used to channel toward HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'chol durchecha de'eyu. So Sukkot represents the exact anti-philosophy of the Greek world outlook, and therefore appropriately Beis Shammai see this parallel and record it within their halachic opinion that one should go down from 8 to 1. Indeed, others have pointed out that the 8 days of Chanukah are directly parallel to the 8 days of Sukkot. Again, each in their own explanation, but perhaps we could add that it's based on this idea of Sukkot as well as Chanukah represent that we could only illuminate the world's darkness by bringing a Kadosh Baruch Hu into our lives, and not just allowing him to be in our lives, but recognizing that although he has endowed mankind with such majesty, but ultimately they could only live out their true meaning in their lives by recognizing that Hashem is always at the center. A Freilich Chanukah to one and all.